welcome to another mobility video. We're going to start off by stepping forward with our right leg and the left leg's pushed out behind you. Try and push it back further than your hip so that you've got a big long stretch. If you imagine like a straight line going down from your left shoulder all the way down through your hip to your knee. Now, I've gone straight ahead and put my hands down on the ground, but if you can't get your hands down there, things like that stool that I've got next to me or the yoga block can be used to help support your body and keep you a little bit more upright. So it's not essential that you get right down here straight away. You might, as we go through this, be able to lean a little bit further into it. But don't push it. Just allow yourself to relax into it. Your right knee wants to be pushing out and away from your body slightly as well. So we're in this position for 2 minutes. You've already done one. So I don't find this too bad. I've gone ahead and put my elbows down on the ground there. I will tell you that is a fairly tight stretch for me now that I'm in that position. But it's just doable. It's just doable. Nice big deep breaths. Take a big long breath in and then a nice big long breath back out again. Apparently my head was too heavy, so I leaned on the yoga block. I'm just relaxing into that, settling into today's routine. Today's routine is going to be 14 minutes long. That's us already at the end of that first stretch. We're going to just go straight ahead and switch legs. So exactly the same thing, but on the other side. Don't be surprised if there's quite a difference between one leg and the other. That's okay. The more you do these stretching routines, the more that will even out. So again, don't force it. Try and relax into it. Use your breathing to help you relax. Nice long breath in through your nose and then a big long exhale out through your mouth. During these stretching routines, it can be worth doing box breathing. So for example, you could breathe in for a count of 4 to start off with, hold for 4, take 4 seconds to breathe out, and then hold for another 4, breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, hold for 4. And if that feels pretty doable, start extending the length of time. So 6 seconds, 8 seconds. And again, if the stretch is starting to feel easier as you go through it, go ahead and come down onto your hands or even down onto your elbows like I have. We've only got another 30 seconds in this hold. Okay, and we're going to transition out of this and up onto our feet for a standing straddle. Now, straddle means that your feet are wide apart, not necessarily as wide as you can get them, but a really wide stance. You're going to hinge over at your hips, and this is going to vary a lot from person to person. You're trying to keep your knees straight and folding over at the hips, allowing your shoulders to rest down towards the ground. Now, it's fine to take something like the yoga block or the stool and use that to help you lean over. You might get nowhere near where I am. That's fine. We're in this position for 2 minutes. Allow yourself to relax into it. It can be quite uncomfortable for some people. So if that's you, don't worry. The more you do these stretching routines, the easier these positions get and the more you will benefit from them. Okay, we're nearly there. Bring yourself up out of that. We're going to come round and sit down on our knees. Now, you might need something to support you behind your back. So if you need to pause the video here and go and get something, that's absolutely fine. Just hit pause and then return back to where you were. You're going to be in this position for 2 minutes. Now, again, like the other positions, if you need to elevate your torso a little more, it might be enough just to lean on your hands behind you. Couple of cushions behind you, or you might be able to fold completely back and lie on the ground. That's our 2 minutes up, and we're going to move into lying face down. So completely lie out flat on the ground, face down, and you're going to bring your left arm under your body at the front, under your shoulders. Right arm just sit it where it's comfortable, palm facing down on the left arm. Now, for some people, this might be incredibly uncomfortable. For others, it will be pretty relaxing. Genuinely, I nearly fell asleep during this section, which would have made it a very unentertaining video. 2 minutes on each side. Try not to fidget around too much. Don't rock or try and push the stretch further. Just go to that position that's slightly uncomfortable and just try and hang out there. If it gets more comfortable as you go on, that's fantastic. You can just push that a wee bit further perhaps. But if it's very uncomfortable, try not to push into it too much. Okay, we're switching sides. Just moving across to the other arm, palm facing down. And it's fine to just rest your head on the other arm, on the ground, just whatever's comfortable. And again, we're going to be here for another 2 minutes. One more minute in this position and then we move on to our last stretch for today. So you've only got another couple of minutes to go. I think that was just about where you nearly lost me there. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to transition into a seated position with our legs straight out in front of us. This is our last position for today. And it's going to be 2 minutes. If you've got plenty of spare time and you want to stay in this position for a little longer, you could go ahead and set your timer for 4 or 5 minutes and get maximum benefit from it. But for today's video, we're just in this position for 2 minutes. So reaching forward anywhere down your legs, your ankles, your feet, that's fine. And don't think so much about getting your head to your knees as think about getting your belly button or your chest pushed forward. It's important that you're focusing on trying to keep your legs straight here as well, though, so don't bend your knees so that you can lean further forward. It means that if you're in a completely upright position, that's fine, that's just where you're at for now. You absolutely can improve your mobility over time. You have to persevere with it. But future you will absolutely thank you for the effort. It can take several months to see a considerable difference. So please don't be despondent if you feel like you're not getting anywhere. Every time you sit down and consistently stretch, you're making a big difference. It's just hard to see in the first few weeks. That's us nearly done for today. Remember, if you wish to carry on and sit in this stretch for a little bit longer, that's absolutely fine. But otherwise, that is us done for today. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.